This summer has shown a big demand for travel with no signs of slowing down. So we have travel expert and founder of The Points Guy, Brian Kelly, to share his tips and tricks for planning your next escape. Good morning, Brian. How are you?
Thanks for having me.
So, all right, let's talk here because we see the increase, of course, for travel, but we're seeing a little increase in pricing too. So how do travelers stretch their dollar?
Yeah, I mean, the price increases have been shocking even to me, and I've been in this travel game for a while. My number one tip for consumers is you've got to pay attention to loyalty programs. So these programs can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars when you're booking travel. Expedia Group just launched their new program called One Key, and you can earn valuable One Key cash when you book on Expedia, Hotels.com, or Vrbo. That's right, Vrbo is the first major vacation rental platform that has a loyalty program. So now whether you book across those three platforms, you can redeem as well. Super flexible, and it's free to join.
I like that. I love what you said about collecting points because a lot of people don't realize your credit cards, when you take in trips and stuff, pretty much do it. But what about day of booking? You say you could maybe save money on day of booking?
Yeah, last minute bookings, you used to be able to get great deals. You still can. Expedia has an app that tracks price that will check up until the day of departure. So what I recommend though is when you see a good price, you definitely just want to hop in on it. But generally for international travel, you want to be booking airfare about 6 months in advance, and for domestic, at least 1 month. So playing the game of chicken can get you burned real quick in travel.
Oh man, all right, I gotta watch that. Okay, you are the point guy. You have been using some technology to save you money and to do things. So let's talk a little about that. What are you using and what do you recommend people to use in the tech world to save money on traveling?
Yeah, so AI is going to change our lives in ways we don't even know it. I do think in the travel space, it's going to make things a lot easier. Expedia now has ChatGPT built into their app, which will let you, it's a great tool for helping to plan. Where do you want to go? You can ask it questions. You can do a lot of self-service now. A lot of airlines also have this feature, so you don't have to wait in that 3-hour line when you're calling to change a flight. So I do hope that this technology, the chatbots, will give more power to consumers and save us on time. Hotels.com also has an AI tool that'll track, allow you to compare and contrast 5 different properties, but not just the rates, but also the perks, amenities, the features. So I highly recommend, choose when you're booking a hotel, look at more than just the rate, look at the full experience. And now technology is allowing us to visualize that like never before.
So I like that. Okay, let's talk about the crowd. Since everyone's traveling, everyone's getting out there, how do we have a hassle-free trip?
Well, look, delays and cancellations, we've seen meltdowns, and we're going to continue to. So the biggest thing is leave as early as possible. The summer thunderstorms across the country, throw everything into a state of chaos. So the first flights out of the day are, in general, going to get you to where you're going quickest. I highly recommend also getting TSA PreCheck, but instead of paying for PreCheck, you should get Global Entry, which is a government program, $100 for 5 years. It gets you expedited immigration when you come back to the US, but it also includes PreCheck. So don't buy PreCheck itself, get Global Entry. It'll save you countless hours waiting in lines in airports.
I like it. Okay, I know those are the last little questions. I got a couple questions really quick for you. One, Mr. Point Guy, traveling during the week, is that better than trying to travel on the weekend? Because everyone goes, oh, well, I don't want to use up any of my vacation time, but I was told the best thing you do is travel during the week and then work on the weekends, and that kind of like evens out. Am I right?
Absolutely. Traveling on Wednesdays are usually the cheapest days. That can save you easily 15% on average versus other days. And also, we analyzed airfare from Expedia, millions of data sets, and booking on Sundays historically can get you the cheapest price. Not always, but in general, booking on a Sunday, traveling on a Wednesday can save you significant amounts of cash on airfare.
I like this. And let me tell you, is this proper travel etiquette where I start pretty much texting my friends and sending them like the place I'm staying to buy me like water skiing or mountain climbing trips and stuff? Is that okay for me to do? And they like buy it as a gift for me. Is that all right?
Of course. I mean, the best gift in life is travel. So if you're getting married, set up a travel registry. Things are boring. Buying, clothes you'll grow out of, but those experiences are priceless. So I'm all for that. I think that is more than appropriate.
I like this. Mr. Point Guy, where can we find out more information about what we talked about?
Yeah, so you can always go to thepointsguy.com for my travel tips. And if you want to download any of the Expedia apps, Expedia, Hotels.com, and Vrbo, you can sign up for free for one key in those apps.
Perfect. Brian, thanks a lot for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me. Safe travels.